Did you use the internet to book your trip to Sydney?
I did actually. I find the net's faster and easier and more convenient than actually going into an agent and booking any trip around the world, really. It's really good, yeah. I'd recommend it to everybody.
What are your favourite travel websites?
I'd say Yahoo. I get onto Yahoo, so forth. Hotels. Forget them.
Hotels.com or?
Hotels, yeah, .com. So I find that one probably one of my favourites at the moment.
How long have you been using the internet to book or research travel?
Not a lot. I'd say probably 6 to 4 months.
The hotels.com site that you mentioned has user reviews.
Yes.
Do you like that aspect of it?
I do, yeah. I think that's very important, and I've spoken to other friends as well, and they really look for something like that.
Somewhere where you can, before you make a booking, actually find out what other people think about that property.
Yeah, absolutely. And they voice their opinions, you know, and it's good to get that feedback. And it makes me feel thinking, okay, well, and I'm talking to people from all over the world. So that's very important, you know. It's not just an Aussie Australian guy just cruising. It's people that have been around and saying, okay, well, this is what I thought about this particular spot. And it does stand out, and I think, yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot. So it makes me a bit more comfortable, definitely.
Do you use the internet to book or research travel?
Yes, I do.
Where are you from?
London.
Did you book many components of your trip from London to Australia?
No, yes.
All of them?
All of it.
You've used travel agents in the past?
Yes.
Why did you opt for the internet on this occasion?
Because I've got a choice, and if I have a look and I go through a few and I see a good deal, I decide to go for it.
For you,
it's quite easier, and you get e-tickets and it's less hassle.
The agent you used was Expedia to come out here?
To come at this time, it could have been eBookers or Expedia, I'm not sure, one of the two.
No loyalty then, online?
No, they've got the cheaper flight.
Do you use the internet to book or research travel?
Yes.
What are your favourite websites?
Oh, I just go to Google.
And
then I go to whichever country I want, you know, like France, or that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, have you booked a trip to France using the internet?
I booked to Italy, yeah.
What do you like about using the internet to research and book travel over a traditional travel agent?
Because I've got time at home, I can compare, you know, different places, I can compare journeys. I like it because it's convenient. Convenience is the main thing.
Okay.
But I go for the best price at the time that I want to go. I may have to pay a little more if I book late, but if I book early, I get a better price.
So do you use the internet to research and book travel?
We do, yes, yeah. And we came over by internet.
Okay, where did you come from?
Perth.
Did you use a search engine to identify the best fare, or did you go straight to a favourite site?
Straight to a site, yeah, because we've done it before. Every time we book on internet.
It seems that you prefer booking over the internet than going to a traditional travel.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into like flight centre, you have to wait, and it's just time consuming if you're limited for time, and it's easy to get to at home. And yeah.
So yeah, you're not doing it 9 to 5. You're doing it after work.
Yeah. So you can just do it after work. Yeah, it's good.
On which occasions do you prefer using a traditional travel agent over the internet, and vice versa?
I'd use the internet purely for booking a hotel or something like that, where you can get the price and the conditions straight away. Whereas if it's more difficult, more complex, or you're looking for something like a little bit out of the ordinary, I'd use a travel agent.
So which are your favourite travel sites?
I use TripAdvisor and Expedia.
Why do you like TripAdvisor?
It has the appearance of being independent.
I know the use of the word appearance. Could you clarify that?
Because I'm not sure if it is.
They claim more than 5 million independent reviews on that site. Do you have total faith in every review that you read there, or do you find that you have to exercise your own judgment in sifting through the choices on offer?
I still exercise my own judgment, but it's helpful. It's indicative.
Okay, and do you always reference a site such as TripAdvisor before making a hotel booking? That is to clarify whether or not people have enjoyed staying in a hotel that you're looking at?
Yes, I do.
Did you use the internet to research or book your trip to Australia?
Yes, researched and booked using the internet.
What components of your trip did you use the internet to book?
Air, accommodation, looked at the different towns to decide what route where we wanted to go, where we wanted to stay, and then particularly booked accommodation in the towns.
You're obviously very confident using the internet. Do you find it has advantages over going to a travel agent for you personally?
It was a first time to use the net for booking these things. There's still always a little concern about giving your credit card number out and that as you use it. Yeah.
You haven't been ripped off yet, have you?
I haven't been home to see my bill.
So did you use the internet to book this trip, or did you go through a traditional travel agent?
No, we use the internet to book it. We really search a few sites before we decide. Normally there's a Google, and then we from that.
Why do you prefer, in this case, to use the internet to a traditional travel agent?
Oh, definitely it's cheaper, and also it gives you wide variety of choices. And whereas where you go to a traditional one, they will just look at selected places which they have contact with. So definitely booking ticket through internet is much cheaper. There's always a room for travel traditional ones, but I think purchasing through the internet is things for the future.
Over a traditional agent when it comes to personal travel?
Just because I can sort of chop and change and just see what flights are available, what times, and I can work out my own holiday that way.
Do you have a favourite travel website?
No, as I say, I tend to go to the New Zealand site first, and then sometimes I have used the What If for the last minute sort of bookings of hotels, but that's only once probably.
So is it mostly a price thing for you, or is it also convenience?
It's a bit of both really. Convenience with times of flights and things like that, but then it obviously comes down to price as well. If there's two flights, different companies going at the same time, I'll go for the cheaper.
When do you choose to book online, and when do you choose to use a traditional agent?
Well, when I'm going on a complicated overseas trip, you know, stopping in Africa and then Europe and stuff like that, I use a travel agent. But things that are more simple, I do myself.
Why do you prefer to do the simple things yourself?
Well, it's just easier.
What are your favourite internet sites?
There's something that the student travel STA, I use that.
Bigger trips you use the traditional agent, smaller trips you use the internet.
Yeah.
Could you, what are the advantages for you in using the internet for those shorter trips that you may previously have booked through an agent?
Yeah, probably it's quick, it's on the spot. I get the booking done immediately, and it's basically I'm in control, and that's probably the most important and key things to it.
Where are you from?
Nanango.
Nanango. Of course, everyone asks you this question, where the hell's Nanango?
It's in Queensland, about 2.5 hours northwest of Brisbane.
Do you use the internet to book travel?
Yes, I do. Mostly for airfares, I guess. When I come to Sydney, I stay with my daughter, so I don't really need accommodation.
How often would you travel?
Well, I've been to Sydney 7 times in the last 12 months or so.
Why do you prefer the internet over traditional travel agent?
Well, I guess it's just convenient to do it from home, and it's cheaper.
Hi, you're from Ireland. Did you book your trip here over the internet, or did you go to a traditional travel agent?
We actually booked it over the internet.
There's lots of Irish in Australia, aren't there?
Oh, it's full of them. All the pubs are full of them.
Have you actually met any Australians on your trip here yet?
No, you're the first one. That's why we had to speak to the two of you, because you were the first two we saw.
Can I ask why you use the internet to book over a traditional travel agent?
Well, it was just quicker and handier, and we did it before, and it was just easy to access the internet, and everything was there online, so that's why we did it.
So is it a cost thing, solely a cost thing, or is convenience also part of it for you?
It's both cost and convenience.
Do you have a preference for airline, or just hunt for the cheapest fare?
The cheapest one, definitely the cheapest. Ansett used to be, but it closed down, didn't it?
It's because it was too cheap.
Bring back Ansett!